Hello, hello, it's Alexandra. So I just got done interviewing Cindy Joseph, and Cindy is a supermodel, and she is also the creator and CEO of Boom by Cindy Joseph, and it's a cosmetic line. And I loved interviewing her. She is just completely fabulous and amazing and such a role model for all of us women. And she talks about aging. She's creating a pro-age revolution, and she has silver hair, and she's just real and authentic and beautiful. And I just was so lifted up by talking with her about beauty and body image and so many of these topics that are hot for all of us women. And I wanted to share 5 of my favorite big ideas from our interview. And the first one is, you get better as you age. And she was talking about that we, in our culture, like women feel like they lose value as they get older, and that if you aren't looking like you're 20 and super hot and all sexalicious, that you lose your value. So many of us are all trying to do, everything's about anti-aging. That, you know, you don't want to have wrinkles, you don't want to age, like you don't want to look your age, you want to look younger than your age. And she is all about saying, no, embrace your age, be pro-age. Like, she was talking about smiling and having your wrinkles, and that is a sign that you are living a joy-filled life. You're smiling, you're engaging. And, you know, she was talking about our sunspots and just really having your life be a reflection of what you look like, and that is part of it. You know, if you have sagging skin or whatever it is, like to really realize that it's not all about what we look like, it's who we are as women, and that we can get better and better and better and more fabulous as we get older. So I just love that idea, and I think she's such an incredible demonstration of really getting better and better as she gets older. So she's a great role model for all of us to continue to stay happy, to stay vital, and no matter what we look like and no matter what our body looks like. And the second idea is go naked. And she talked about once a year she goes naked. And what she means by that is she doesn't wear any makeup, and she does an interview where she doesn't wear any makeup, and she does, you know, just all of her day-to-day life. She just doesn't wear the makeup, and she says that she does this to fall in love with herself again and her natural beauty. And I just love this. And this has been, as we talked about in the interview, part of my process. I used to feel like I needed to have like eyeliner and mascara on to be beautiful. And that I didn't go to the gym without it. I just had to have a little bit of something. And then there was just a shift for me of going naked and realizing, wow, I actually feel like I look beautiful without any makeup on. And that's just a good place to be. So she just really invited me and us to feel good naked and to really accept ourselves and to really value what we are and what we bring and who we are more than what we look like. So I loved that. Going naked, not wearing anything, going out in the world and saying, boom, this is who I am and this is what I look like. And then the third big idea that I loved was the best beauty tip is happiness, pleasure, and joy. And she shared a great quote: "Taking joy in living is a woman's best cosmetic," by Rosalind Russell. So taking joy in living is a woman's best cosmetic. She was just saying that when women are happy, like we have, you know, the capillaries are like flushed and we just look radiant and we have a dew, and that is the most important thing. Being happy and joyful and feeling alive is way more important than the right makeup and the right clothes. And she was just saying, go out and live your life. Like, it's fine to be into makeup and wanting to look your best, but that is not all of it. You being happy is the most beautiful thing that you can do. So what makes you happy? What gives you joy? When do you feel pleasure pulsing through your body and through your life? Do that more, and that is the best beauty tip there is. And then the fourth big idea is stop looking in the mirror. And she was saying that so many of us, we just go to the mirror looking for what's wrong, what's out of place, you know, looking at your dark circles or your complexion or whatever it is. You're always looking for something that is wrong. And she says it's great if you have a little pocket mirror to see if you have something in your teeth or whatever, but don't always go to the mirror looking for what's wrong. And stop going to the mirror if you want. And then if you do go to the mirror, set the intention before you go to the mirror and say, you know, I'm going to look for something that I love about myself. And she said really looking at the mirror and finding the things that you do enjoy and love about yourself and appreciate. And I know this has been huge for me. I definitely have looked in the mirror, and I've talked about numerous times I've had skin issues over the years and just not feeling great in my body and whatever. And just in the last, I would say, couple years, I really like looking in the mirror. Like, I think I look really good. And I think it's kind of fun. You can add some fun to it and kind of flirt. Like, sometimes I check out my booty and I'm like, boom, I'm looking good. And just have fun with it and look for the ways that you are gorgeous and you are beautiful. And bring more light and humor to it. Like, we get so serious about what we look like, and it's just not that big of a deal. Like, what we look like is less important than what we feel like. So let's go for feeling really good and feeling really juicy and feeling beautiful. And as she said in the interview, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So why don't we start seeing ourselves as beautiful? Who cares what the magazines say? Who cares what anybody says? Like, we get to choose if we want to feel beautiful, if we want to appreciate ourselves or not. We are in control of how we experience ourselves. Like, it does not matter what anybody says about us. Like, we need to take full responsibility and own our beauty and our uniqueness, because we're all different and we're all delicious in our own delicious ways. Okay, and then the fifth big idea is you are not flawed. And this idea comes from, we were talking about concealing and covering up everything. Like, makeup is usually to cover up and to have, you know, the right skin tone and cover up your dark circles and all of those things. And she was just, her whole thing and her cosmetic line is not to cover up. She doesn't have any cover up. It's actually to accentuate your natural beauty, to give you like moisturizer and a little bit of glow, and just to accentuate your natural radiance. And that when we're always trying to cover up and put foundation on and do all the things, that we're actually hiding. We're hiding who we truly are. So I'm not saying that you should never use it and whatever. I have a powdered little foundation and things like that, but I loved this idea of not covering up who we are and to question, why are we doing it? And she was talking about, you know, everybody uses foundation so you have an even skin tone. And she's like, who says that you need to have an even skin tone? Like, just start questioning why you are doing certain things and make sure that you're doing it with the right intention, that you're not trying to hide or make up for your flaws, because as she says, we don't have any flaws. There are no flaws. So if there are no flaws and we are beautiful, then it just makes sense to rock our own beauty and bring it. And as her cosmetic line is called, boom, bring it. So those are my favorite big ideas. I know this video is a little bit long, but hopefully it was inspiring and hopefully you got some value out of it and some ideas of how you can own and rock your beauty even more. So sending you lots and lots of love and big hugs. Mwah!